Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. This guy right here is Evil Mike, and I got a review for you today. From DC Comics, we're going to be talking about Stargirl and the Lost Children, issue number 4 out of 6. It is written by Geoff Johns, art and cover by Todd Nauck, and then colors by Matt Herms, letters by Rob Leigh. I highly suggest, if you are not caught up at this point, to go backwards and catch up. It shouldn't be too hard. It's not a super popular book. I've still seen issue number 1 on the stands. So I'm not going to do a super, but basically it's Stargirl. She's trying to find all these like missing, kids, that kind of, the sidekicks and stuff like that. She's traveling with Emiko, Oliver Queen's like sister. But currently Stargirl and Emiko are at our missing island. She has located all the kids. We have met our captive, which is a childminder, and supposedly childminder is bringing someone to, that is going to obtain the kids. She's just kind of like a middleman. But our story picks up right where the last issue left off. It might not seem like it, but it is Corky, the Time Lord, and he's basically, explaining to all the kids what's going on. And he paints a picture of basically right before Flashpoint, the Time Lord Rip Hunter and his crew were in one of their time bubbles, and they were on the time stream, and they witnessed, Flashpoint take place. They kind of show you some remnants of that. Basically, they were going to fix it. Eventually, Flash came to his senses, and he fixed, that Flashpoint. But basically, he, Corky, while he's telling this and kind of explaining the events that go along, after Flash being one of the few people that can, mess with the whole timeline, Corky actually explains that it is all due to Batman's fault, and he shows Batman down here. And it is recently the Flashpoint Beyond series that they did. I did not read it, so I'm missing out on some of the the key details. But supposedly Batman was able to bring back the timeline basically with the snowball or whatever, and supposedly when doing so he was going to mess up the whole known multiverses because the Time Lords or Flash had already fixed it. Basically Corky had to go back and steal that globe and refix everything, but basically he's blaming Batman for the current time traveling mix up. But he's explaining this because the island that they're currently on is kind of outside of space and time. It's why whenever any of the children make it to this island, they're completely forgotten. It's because they're literally taken out of the time stream. After explaining this, he does conclude with if they'll agree for him to be their leader, that he basically has a plan for them to all escape. Basically they're going to storm the castle, and they have to do so before the person who's coming to collect them gets there. We've already seen, and this issue already is Flash heavy, but in the background we have the original Flash's daughter, who is lost in time, so we technically don't know her. I think she goes by Bolt. I'm not sure. I like to say Bolt a lot, but I think that's her name. But basically she has her locked in with a cosmic treadmill, and she's using the her speed force to power said treadmill to open this portal that's going to bring this guy to collect the kids. There are some scenes that basically explain that the childminder was like Mother Goose, that fairy tale was written about her. They just didn't realize that she was displaced at a time, and supposedly she's been doing this forever. Like any lost child she finds along the time stream, she brings to this island, and basically sells them to this vendor, or I don't really have a name on him yet. We do get a who it is kind of thing at the very end. We'll get there. like I mentioned, Flash's daughter, and I'm drawing a blank at her name, but she is on that treadmill. Emiko is in the cell next to her, and she's trying to, keep her in check and boost her, morale, that kind of thing. And like all of a sudden the treadmill activates, and basically Emiko's like, man, just give her the speed force, give her more than the machine can handle. Um, she starts stating that when the treadmill activates, that she doesn't just see like her whole life flash before her eyes. She gets to see everything that she missed, and they do show scenes with her and her dad, the original Flash. um, Now, while this is going on in the background, you have the kids, and they're like, okay, like some of them, over here you can see, but some of them have realized that the machine has activated and their timetable has sped up. So basically, Corey and all the kids, they go into motion. In the background, we do see that the portal is activating, and Childminder is basically talking to whoever's coming out of the portal already, like they're that close, kind of thing. Um, but we do see that Corky uses like a portal, kind of shown loosely right here, and then after that, all the kids are out of that cave. They do bum rush the castle, shown in this badass spread of all the forgotten sidekicks, and they're basically going like toe to toe with all these like egg-looking, pod things that the Mother Goose has as her henchman, kind of thing. Um, the battle ensues, and you see that all, some of the kids do this and some of the kids do that. Some of the kids like Salem over here is more, Salem the witch girl is more suited for the battle kind of thing, and she's more battle tested. But eventually, Bolt, kind of, she states that it's done, the treadmill's done, it turns off, the portal has been activated. The kids kind of realize this outside. Before we get the reveal of the villain, there is something that's said that to the childminder, like, oh, you're gonna get your payment as long as all the children are accounted for. And of course, childminder thinks they are all locked up. And we finally do get the villain that makes it through the portal, and lo and behold, it is someone that's supposed to be a friend. I was very surprised by this, but it is Hourman. It is. I'm not sure. I'll get some little close-ups. He does look a little different than what I'm used to. He's almost like a Kang version, but it does say like Hourman, in big bold print. And supposedly, while Bolt was on the treadmill, she kept seeing somebody that was an ally and a friend that was on the other side of the portal. She just couldn't make out who. But that is where this issue leaves us off with that mighty cliffhanger. Now we have Hourman, and that's who the childminder has been taking the kids to. We don't know what he wants the kids for. As far as I know, Hourman's supposed to be a superhero, or retired, as far as I know. But hey, that's my review on Stargirl and the Lost Children, issue number 4. Let me know down below what you're thinking about this series. Definitely is hands down one of my favorite DC titles right now. But that's me. These are my opinions. I got to show you some of the comic. Let me know what you thought about it. That's what I'm here for. I want to hear your thoughts, alright? But that's what I got for you guys. I got more reviews coming. I will see you guys later.